Hey, what's up guys, Aaron here. So this video is about retail clawbacks, otherwise known as the withdrawal preference exposure. A lot of Celsius customers got an email today. Some of them have been expecting this for a year and a half. Other people have no idea what this is, and they are emailing or messaging me being like, I have no idea what this is. What do you mean they want money back from me? So I'm just going to go through the updates and then let you know if I was talking to a friend, how I would encourage or have them think about this whole idea. So here on Twitter, there are a couple tweets that break down exactly what this is and why you may have gotten that email. Basically, if you withdrew over 100K of crypto anytime between April 14th, 2022 and July 13th, 2022, the litigation administrator is basically asking you / mildly threatening you to pay a certain amount of money back, or else there may be legal consequences. So this is the email that a lot of people got. Basically, you will have right here a number, withdraw preference exposure calculated under the plan, and then the settlement payment. And this is 13.75% of the dollar amount of your withdrawal preference exposure. So basically, if you took out $150,000 between April 14th and July 13th, they would most likely be asking you to pay $20,625. So that number would be right here under settlement payment. And rather than going into what this is and why they're doing it, I've made lots of videos on clawbacks or withdraw preference exposures over the last, year and a half or so. So I won't go into that. Most of you guys already know what that is. I will include this tweet for you. And if you do want to learn more about it, I would suggest watching this video here that goes over exactly what's happening with this entire preference stuff. So I'm making this video just matter of fact, this is what's happening right now. So if I was talking to a friend, I made this list right here. This is what I would kind of share with them. So you kind of fall into a few categories here. And again, this is not legal advice at all, because if you do watch this video, basically, if you don't pay the amount of money that they are asking you to pay back right here, the settlement payment, they can ask for more money down the road. They say here that they may up it from 13.75% to 19.4%, and then they could even come after your actual amount of coins that you withdrew. So there are levels and layers to this. So again, not legal or financial advice, but this is just what I would suggest a friend. So the first one, you already have legal counsel. And if that's you, you know what your options are. So if you're already in talks with a lawyer, then you already know what's happening here. The second, you live outside of the US. Possibly then consult with local attorneys. Again, I am not a lawyer at all. This is not legal advice. But if my friend lived in some weird country in the middle of nowhere, I'd be like, well, talk to somebody local there. The third, you have a lot of money in earn or want to get your set off for loans. So basically what they're doing right now is that if you have a lot of money in earn, and in this video from Cam, he does go over some scenarios at the end right here. Basically, the different scenarios, if you withdrew money, but you also had money in earn, how they can offset what you need to pay them back with the money that you have in earn. So I won't go through that whole video, but that does kind of explain it. Like, let's say they want $30,000 from you. Let's say in the email you got right here, settlement payment, $30,000. I'm just kind of doing a hypothetical here. And let's say you have $1 million sitting in earn, or you have a set off from a $10 million loan that you took. Basically, you want to get the money out. As of right now, you need to settle your withdraw preference exposure before you get your payout from what you have sitting in your earn account. So if the numbers make sense, if they want $20,000 or $30,000 and you have $1 million, $2 million, $5 million in earn, I'd probably be like, you may just want to pay them and then you can move on with your life. So if the money makes sense, if you're just like, you know what, let me just pay, then I would definitely encourage a friend to think of that as well. The next one, you want to exit this as quickly as possible and move on with your life. Also, maybe just pay them, because if you don't pay them, again, they can ask for more, they can sue you, and the Litigation Oversight Committee is basically saying, we may ask for your actual amount of coins back. So even though you took off coins that were worth X amount when you withdrew them, we may just want that amount of Bitcoin back. So it may get possibly a lot more complicated and messy and ugly. So basically here, do you want to possibly get sued be forced to pay back the crypto, not the USD value at the time that you withdrew it, and have this take months more of your life. So that's basically what I would ask a friend or have them think about. It really depends on your situation here, because this is, in my opinion, not just going to go away. And again, not legal advice, do whatever the hell you want. But if I had a friend and there are some people messaging me being like, hey, what should I do? My thought is probably like, if you have the money, unless you want to fight this or you want to like gamble with this and see what happens and take your chances and all this crap, my initial thought would be like, well, can you afford this settlement? And especially if you have money that's sitting in earn and it's a lot of money, I'd be like, pay them to get your earn money out and move on with your freaking life. Now, if you don't have the money, if you literally lost it all, if you don't have any money in earn, but you don't have any money to pay them back, that's your own personal situation, and I cannot guide you in any of that. So again, that is completely up to you. But that's kind of how I would talk to a friend about it. I would go over the options, and really it's like, if you can pay the money and move on with your life, part of me is like, maybe you should just do that for the lack of stress that you would face. So that's it for the video. I've made so many videos on this over the last year and a half that I don't want to repeat what I'm saying. And at this point, if this bothers you or you're upset or you're mad, it really doesn't matter at this point. I don't really think that anything's going to change at this point in the game. But that's basically it. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments or reach out to me on Twitter if you want to chat. I'm pretty active on Twitter. And that's basically it, guys. So hope this was helpful. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.